Hello and welcome back to Crochet at My House. So we have a few more things to show, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll start with something I've gotten really into. So this is a book holder and I got myself a new one. Pretty sure I showed the blue one before. This is the packaging. The blue one came in as well, but this is the new one's packaging. And it's been handmade, as you can see. And this is the new one. So this one is clear. And it's got some really pretty glitter in it. And this one's also sort of heart-shaped, which is quite cute. I have used it. I tested it out the other day there, and I quite like this shape as well. But the reason I got myself a new one is because I was constantly going in and out and in and out with both of, like, to use it outside the house or to use it inside the house, reading up here or out and about. And for some reason I kept almost losing the thing. So I thought if I had to, I could keep one in the house and one in my handbag for when I'm out and I want to read. If you don't know what this does, I can show you with a book. You want to bring a book up?
Yes.
You could tell them about the book.
Oh, yeah. This is a book that I want to read. It's The Road to War.
Yeah. So this is a my story book. So it's based on actual things that happened, although the main character is technically fictional. Now, this is what you do with it. So you place it in that way and you put your thumb in the hole and it holds your book open. It's great when you've got a book like this because if you try and do that with just your thumb, it does not hold open at all. And it's also good if you don't want to have to do that. I find it's great for reading while in bed or while in the car or even at a cafe. I can hold my book kind of like this and I could drink my drink, whatever it is I've gotten, at the same time and not have to keep putting the book down just to pick up my cup. So yeah, where I got this was the Seagull Trust Bookshop in Falkirk. So if you're ever there, they do have them in sometimes. Obviously they're handmade, so there isn't like a surplus supply of them constantly, but they do have them. Continuing with the book front, I have a few books I'm going to show, starting with a series I'm trying to collect. So this is one of them. This is the newest one I've gotten a hold of. And they're by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddle. And it's the Edge Chronicles. This is Free Glider. And there's quite a few books to the series. I just thought they sounded really interesting. And I like the artwork. Let's see. Yeah, here's a good bit. So here's like a sort of scene of a place. It's sort of a map too. There's also here like a kind of family tree sort of thing. And there's different pictures throughout the book. So like this one. And they're just kind of the kind of thing I'm into reading. And so there is this one. And I've got all of these ones as well to show. So this one is Beyond the Deep Woods. And yeah, most of the ones I've got are paperbacks. This one is actually signed, interestingly, to somebody else, to Angie, whoever that was. All the best, and it's got the writer's signatures there, which is kind of neat. Hadn't noticed that before. Oh, here's a nice picture. And by a nice picture, I mean an interesting picture. So it's sort of a carriage scene with a frog-like dinosaur pulling it. It's quite interesting. Yes. So that's that one. Just put them down to the side. Next we have the last of the Sky Pirates. Another one of the series. Next we have Midnight Over Sam Tafrex? Not quite sure how to say that. I haven't actually read it yet. I'll probably use Google to tell me how to say this. It's a long word. And we are dyslexic around here, and long words are a struggle. But that's that one. And we have Storm Chaser, which looks pretty cool. Some really interesting pictures in this one as well. That's something else around here. We do like pictures in our books sometimes. It's just a little fun detail to have in a book. We do like books that don't have any pictures as well.
Yeah.
We enjoy the Harry Potter books, and there's... What was that other book? You were reading a book the other day that didn't have pictures in it. Anyway, there's plenty of times where we read books without pictures in them. But we also like having pictures from time to time.
Yeah.
Then we have The Curse of the Glumgosler? Something like that. Here's an interesting piece of artwork. I also just like seeing the artwork because whoever's illustrating the different books, sometimes they're quite interesting. Sometimes it's the author that illustrates the books, if they like doing the drawings.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a separate illustrator, which is interesting as well. You're going to show the rest of your books. Us? Starting with
a Rodale book, which is going solo. Not read this yet, but I think it might be interesting.
All of the books we're showing today are books we haven't read but are wanting to read. Are you wanting the book that technically comes before this one, before you read this one?
Most likely.
Because I think it's Boy Tales of Childhood is the one that comes before this one. Just saying.
Yeah. Another one is The Silver Brumby, which I think it might be like one of the series I watched.
Yeah.
Which, hopefully I like it.
Hopefully.
And more ponies. My Adorable Pony. I've actually got another one, which is My Adorable Fox. That's the same one.
Yep.
Which they sounded really interesting.
Same author.
And My Secret Unicorn, which is kind of like those two, but
yeah,
they're not the same.
It's got a similar vibe. I have this book, which is The Winter Diary of a Country Rat. I have a Midsummer Notebook of a Country Rat as well. But this is the newer one that I've got. And this one has lots of art in it. Lots and lots of drawings. I haven't read either yet, but I am looking forward to it. And I love how they've done these pages. Made it look kind of like diary entries, which is nice. So it looks really interesting.
And I've got another book here that is Rain, Rain, Smurf Away. But I haven't read it yet.
Looks fun.
Yeah, and it's got lots of pictures.
We do like the Smurfs, don't we?
Yes, we've actually got
quite a few Smurf movies. Yeah. And cartoons, the old cartoons, of course. And then I've got green light for the little red train. Just thought it sounded interesting, and some of it seems to be going on near the seaside. So that's quite neat. And of course this one is full of illustrations. Go on.
And I've got Angelina at the Palace. And I've picked out a really pretty picture that goes all the way over here.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is so cool.
The cover's nice because it's, if the light hits it, you can see it's got quite a few sparkly parts.
Which I do like my sparkle.
Yeah, Cecile likes having sparkle. And moving on, we've got a few projects to show. I'm going to start with something that I actually finished. I started it yesterday and finished it yesterday. And I was basically calling them my instant gloves. So here they are. They're really pretty. Here's the other one. It didn't take much to make. And they're a Jayda and Stitches pattern. It's bridal crochet fingerless gloves. Classic fan stitch lace. And yeah, I thought they were really cute. I will try and get some links down below for some stuff. But yes, I have a finished project. Then I also have a project that I have been working on for a while. And I'm quite enjoying it, although it has been a slightly irritating pattern to use. So it is Blue Moon Crochet Shawl, and it's from Yarnspirations. And here it is here. So you can see it's got lots of teal and there's plenty of lacy detail going here. It definitely needs blocked. Like I could stretch it out a little on this side and it makes it sit nicer. If you take it back a bit. Straightens it out.
Definitely.
But if I don't pull it, it definitely wants to sit with a bit of a curve going.
Kind of like a moon.
But it is nice, and the yarn I'm using is here. So it's eventually going to end up being purple at the ends. This is Twister. It's 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, and it's from Hobby. It's 250 grams in this, and the colour number is 50. Doesn't have a colour name though. So that is something. And then,
and I've got a shawl I'm working on.
yeah.
I started this and I've gotten both.
So you're onto
patterns.
the fourth section of pattern.
Yep.
So it's the traditional kind of granny shells, and then the solid granny, and then back to the shells, and then back to solid, and the patterns from Fiberspider. So it's going quite well. She's enjoying that. I have made a teeny bit of progress on the gigantic blanket. So I've got a couple more rows up here. is actually a cardigan I'm working on. Now this I cannot link. I'm not really using a pattern. I'm just kind of making it as I go. But the gist of it is I'm making a hexagon granny sort of cardigan. Is this here? You want to hold that side? So it folds into this shape. And I'm doing solid granny stitches. I haven't exactly figured out what I'm doing entirely. I'm just making a big hexagon, and then I'll make another big hexagon and join them together, and then it will kind of be put together as I go.
Yeah.
So that's quite a few different projects. I do have one more project in my bag that I could show, but I haven't worked on it for a wee while. Could do with getting back to it. So this is the main part of it. And here's a tail. And this is what I'm making. So this is Hedwig. I have to make the feet and the wings and the eyes. And I then need to do some stitching and putting together. I do have the letter made. So here's the letter. Does need sewn up and stuff. I have the letter, and I even have the little seal that goes on it.
Very cute.
It will be a cute thing to have in the background or whatever once I'm eventually finished working on it. I think that's all the projects. Moving on to the last thing we've gotten recently, it's this board game, and it's called Scotland Yard. And the gist of it seems to be that you're trying to find this person called Mr. X and solve the kind of mystery. Here's the board. Got the instructions. Got this rather neat mechanic going. So this here, you can see somebody was playing it, is going to get a bunch of these little cards in it. Something like that. And you have to follow these different things to figure it out. We haven't played it yet, but we did organise the box earlier to see how much of the pieces we actually had. So that's something. I think it's going to be a fun game to play. Because we do love a good board game, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So we'll try and remember and add as many links and things as possible, and pictures and all that good stuff. So remember and like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications every time we put up a video.